Hello and welcome to the Whisky.com news on the 30th of May 2018. And we have a number of very interesting news, all of them from Great Britain, but most of them from Scotland. Yeah, the first one is one of the big companies, Diageo. They are announcing their project leaders for the building of Port Ellen and Brora. Port Ellen is to be raised and then to be rebuilt on the same location, and the project leader is going to be Georgie Crawford. She's a distillery manager or distillery director of Lagavulin, and that's very practical because Lagavulin is just a few miles away from Port Ellen, so she can regularly drive there and check out the progress that is happening there. The problem with Port Ellen is if you look at the warehouses of Port Ellen, everybody thinks, they should be empty by now. That's not true. They are pretty full, but not with casks from Port Ellen, but with casks from Lagavulin. So if we see a rebuild of Port Ellen, there might be warehouses built elsewhere, or there must be new warehouses on Islay, and the regional people don't like to have so many warehouses on Islay. If every Islay whiskey was stored on Islay, then Islay would be just a warehouse. Yeah. The next one, Brora. Stuart Bowman is the new distillery, the new project leader, and he doesn't have the task of raising the old plant, but of rejuvenating, renovating, and installing the processes to get Brora running again. Both should be ready by 2020. I'm really excited, and we're gonna follow these news in the future. The next thing is a new distillery, and it's on South Uist. Where is South Uist? South Uist is an island of the Outer Hebrides, not to be confused with the Inner Hebrides like Islay or Jura. And you can imagine if you have the Scottish mainland, then you have the Isle of Skye with Talisker, and then just west of that you have North Uist and South Uist. And there has not been a distillery on South Uist since 1884, so a long time no whiskey there. But they're now planning a distillery, and they're planning to have the distillery use local barley. They want to have their own malting floors, they want to use the peat from the island, and they want to have a production of 300,000 liters a year. And if I look at, let's say, Kilchoman and Springbank, then take these 300,000 liters a bit critical, because if you go to Springbank, they have about a production of 100,000 liters a year, and they told me the limiting factor is the malting floors, and that's why they're building more malting floors. The other are Kilchoman. Kilchoman had to go away a bit from their 100% malting floors because the malting floors were the bottleneck. They're now expanding their malting floors to keep up with the production and to get into that 100% malting floors again. So they want to do double the production of, let's say, Kilchoman, or triple the production of Springbank as newbies. And I'm really skeptical if they're going to make it, but perhaps the people on South Uist are really hardworking people and they managed to do it. So I wish them all the luck, and we're going to keep an eye on them. Yeah, the next one is the independent bottler Douglas Laing. Douglas Laing is having a new CEO. And if you look here, that's the kind of the head team of Douglas Laing, and the company is there for now 70 years. On the very left we have Cara Laing. She is the director of whiskey, which is kind of a mixture between marketing and production. Then you have Danny McLennan. He is the CFO, so all about money. The third from left is Fred Douglas Laing. He is the founder and proprietor of Douglas Laing. On the very right is the new person, Chris Leggard. He's not that new. He is now the new CEO, and he is the son-in-law from Fred Laing. But I've been to their company. They know each other for a long time. It's just now they announced that he is the new CEO, and he is to make the expansion plans happening. He's to do a new production facility. There should be a new distillery. There should be a bottling plant, and they want to change their main location in Glasgow. So very interesting, and let's see how they're developing in the future. They are pretty prosperous right now, so I'm guessing they will be good in the future. Okay, the next one is Pernod. Pernod is starting with their new bottling plant for Chivas. They're investing £50 million into that new bottling plant. It's going to be built in Dunbarton near Glasgow, and it's going to be a new office complex. There's going to be new bottling line, and they want to finish in the year 2019. So a bit ambitious, but I think they're going to make it. So wish them all the luck. And the last news is from England. The Lake Distillery in the Lake District. It was founded in 2014, and they are now releasing their first whiskey. It's just 101 bottles. It's in cask strength and signed by hand. So it's going to be really expensive, and it's going to be sold via an auction. So if you want to have a bottle, then you really have to dig deep into your pocket. They want to start a new series in September 2018, and then they want to release yearly bottling. So get into a regular distillery and regularly selling their whiskey. Unfortunately, the whiskies are not sold international yet. They want to sell them at the distillery first. So us international whiskey consumers, we still have to wait a little for this new whiskey to come out. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you found this news interesting, then please feel free to share it with your friends, and see you next week.